so many of you here. Thank you so much for coming. There are people here from almost all over the world. So ranging from Azerbaijan to United States, ranging from Malta to Malaysia.
Maria01 is so much more than a facility or a startup hub. We essentially have startups coming here because they want to be part of the community. They want to have access to capital, access to talent, access to network, and really all the connections that we have here on this campus. And it's possible for startups to be members of the community, both physically here in Helsinki, but then also virtually through our digital membership. Our mission is to support startups with every single possible way that we can to help them grow in the most potential, most probable way. So that means essentially that there's plenty of knowledge sharing here. There's plenty of different events. We have about 400 events a year. We organize different kinds of peer support groups. We help entrepreneurs to meet each other, to meet corporate partners, to build these connections inside their industries, and for example, open new markets. So there's a vast international network that we have. So then in those cases, when startups are wanting to open new markets, we always have contacts for them in different markets. The Maria01 community is what supports the startup entrepreneurs. So this community brings together all the entrepreneurs in the region and in our community, and then through different activities, we support them to grow in this environment. Maria01 members represent a very wide range of different industries. So we're industry agnostic. That means that we have companies of very many different industries here. About 1/4 of our startups have international founders, and over 20% have also female founders. So that's something that we're of course very proud of.
So I'm Jack Parker. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ayatel. We have an AI that automates the assessment of medical imaging. What that means is it shortens time to diagnosis, so people get treated sooner, but also we're actually moving now to preventing diseases happen in the first place. So by preventatively screening you, we can identify early signs of disease and intervene before it becomes life-threatening. So while we were on the Maria booth at Slush, actually we did the same preventative screening. So I personally scanned about 200 people across 2 days, and 6 of those people we identified with significant disease, potentially life-threatening, and 2 of those people are actually going to surgery, so life-saving surgery. So in effect, with Maria, we were saving lives at Slush.
One of the very unique features of Maria01 is that we have a very large amount of investors here. So most of the Finnish early stage investors are part of our network. Many of them have their headquarters here at Maria01 as well. And then we also cooperate with plenty of international investors, both in the Nordics and wider globally as well. We offer a wide range of different kinds of services for the members. So there's plenty of events, and we try to stay up to date all the time with all the different challenges, different pain points, different needs that our startups have, so that we can then support them in the best possible way and offer them, for example, peer support, mentorship, and so forth.
I think it's quite unique of Maria that the events are actually good and well organized, which means people actually go, and then it's a positive feedback loop, right? I think in startup life, if I can say that, it's easy to forget that this should be fun and the journey should be fun. But with the events that Maria put on, it kind of reminds you that, be it an after work, for example, it kind of forces you to remember that this is actually a fun journey. A good example of how the spaces and the events have helped us, though, is we've met 2 of our employees at Maria events, who are now working with us full time. And they came for an event which was intended to mix companies and people looking for work. So I think that's a really good example of how it connects the community.
Partnerships are a very integral part of the community. So there's plenty of smaller, larger, more established companies that are partners of Maria01. And together with them, we then help this collaboration between the startups and more established companies, so that then the startups can also get different kinds of possibilities to expand to the different industries, get industry insights, create pilots together with the more established companies as well, and in that sense, open new doors. We're located at a historic hospital campus here, so some of our buildings date back to the 1800s. And this, of course, to us really means symbolically as well that right now new ideas are being incubated inside these old walls. Maria 01 is a community built by the community. So since the very early days, this has been a place that gathers the people who are actively wanting to engage in the community. So the first founders who were here, they literally pushed out the hospital beds from the rooms and they started painting the walls, and this was built by them, for them, and this is what we still want to cultivate here.
I think being inspired to work at Maria is a bit twofold. The facilities is one thing, but also the kind of chance encounters that you have at Maria. Like I think even this morning, I met a fellow CEO over the coffee pot and we kind of worked on a problem in 10 minutes and then went back to work. That doesn't happen, at least in my experience, in other places, and it certainly doesn't happen working from home. In terms of networking, you know, the team at Maria also help us network kind of by proxy. I think it was through recommendation of Sarita that I ended up going and speaking at a deep tech conference in Barcelona, from which I've developed a network in Spain. So I think that's probably the best way to describe how it's helped with our networking. So we've been here now at Maria over a year, and in that very short but fast time, not only have we grown our team thanks to being here, but we actually also kind of did a really nice proof of concept in the Blue Room here, where we brought our ultrasound machine and did preventative screening live with Maria of their support, scanning the community and preventing disease. So it's not just an office space. It really is a place to develop your company and demonstrate the power of what you're doing.
Maria 01 is developing constantly, so there's all the time, this market is changing very quickly, startups are developing very quickly, so therefore we're developing new things here at all times. We need to move together with our startups in this time and offer them different kinds of services, different kinds of solutions to support them to grow, not only here in Finland, but globally, because of course our startups are here to expand to other countries and to other markets. In the future, Maria 01 will be even bigger, even more influential, and in general bring together not only the best entrepreneurs in Finland, that's of course something that we've already done for a long time, but also in the Nordics.
Being at Maria, it really kind of put us on the map. You know, previously we'd been in other kind of office locations around Helsinki, but being at Maria, there's way more than just an office space. You know, there's an actual network, there's an external presence, and like I said, a way to get ourselves on the map with Maria's help.
We welcome startups to join our community, both from Helsinki, Finland, different parts of the country, and also internationally.